one of the biggest ways to promote that most people don't ever talk about is Google.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody only talks about social media, but Google like brought the money because the first thing you do when you want something is Google. You don't go on social media to buy. You usually go on social media to see what's going on.
Exactly.
But Google, you're looking to buy. So I focused on that. I made a website. So when I was at home with extra time now, I made a website. I set it up so people could find me. And I started paying Google like, I guess every month for ads. And then I was, of course, promoting on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. But Google was like bringing me some of those customers. And out of all this promoting, something was going to come. And even though I didn't get crazy work, I still got enough to pay my bills and keep a little extra sometimes. In the beginning, I wasn't keeping much. I mean, sometimes I wouldn't keep crap. But at least I was getting enough to get the bills paid and eventually keeping in mind that we're working hard because we want something to work later on.
Right.
Yeah. So I see it as an investment. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Jay, the Rap Specialist here at Go Hard Podcast. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, make sure you check this out.
Welcome back to Go Hard Podcast. I'm your host, Noah, as usual. Man, we have a very special guest here today. Let's give it up for Jay, the Rap Specialist. Tell us a little about you, man. Tell us like your roots, your background.
Yeah, so Jay, the Rap Specialist, known all over Houston for rapping vehicles. One of the most known ones, Paul Wall. And started my business a few years ago.
So you rapped the Red Caddy.
Yeah, I did that red chrome one.
Sick.
And I've actually wrapped that car a few times. We did it recently again. And
Why?
he likes to change his colors every year. Almost every year we switch it up.
Is he picky?
He's pretty picky, yeah. I mean, he wants some good work, so
Yeah.
but he comes to the right place. So
Exactly.
we always take care of him.
Yeah.
And the last one we did was a nice one. Everyone thought it was paint,
Really?
and that's the goal when we do it. So
Was it like a matte? Was it chrome? Was it? How was
that
it?
one was a super glossy wrap. So it's like the glossiest wrap out right now. And he went with that one, and it looks crazy. It looks like candy pretty much, but it's a wrap, so you could take it off and doesn't damage the actual paint.
How's the price on it? What's the ticket on the?
I guess our pricing at the moment is
Well, for that one, like for super gloss.
so that super gloss right there, it's around 45 to 4,800, depending on the car. And the cool thing though is that it is faster than having to paint your car, and it looks good. And you could always take it off, switch your mind, just like he does. So every year he gets a new look,
Damn.
but it doesn't damage the paint, and it keeps the value of the car. So it's pretty cool.
What's the maintenance on it though?
It's just
there any
regular,
maintenance?
regular hand wash. Wash your car, just keep it clean, and that's it pretty much. We don't recommend you to go through a drive-through car wash, but other than that, as long as you keep it clean, it will last you a good amount of time. And I feel like some people don't know that you could actually wash your car, so they're kind of scared of it.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. Most of the time, it will last you like 4 to 5 years.
Damn, on a wrap.
Yeah.
And that's like a soft wash, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
regular hand wash, and I guess no drive-throughs. That's the main thing. No drive-through car washes because they could damage it. Depending. I mean, on my car, I drive it through. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've never had anything happen, but I try not to tell customers to do that.
Yeah.
But you technically could go through it.
So, before we get into the business of the rapping,
Yeah.
tell us about your background and your roots.
Yeah. So my parents are from El Salvador. They came here maybe like, 30 years ago, 30-something years ago. And I grew up in Houston. I've always been in Houston. And pretty much we all started from nothing. And one of the things, I guess before I got into the whole rapping thing.
Where'd you go to? I mean, you don't mind me asking. Where'd you go to school at? Like, what was your high school?
High school was Bel Air.
Oh, damn.
So I was zoned to Westbury, which was like next to our house. But my parents wanted me to go to Bel Air because Westbury was pretty crazy back then. And I ended up at Bel Air, and that turned out to also be a little bit bad. But it was part of that was just us too, what we did. And I ended up trying to better myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And after that, I ended up working at at a Circuit City, so I worked on computers because I was always good at that. That's really what I wanted to do when I was growing up. I wanted to do something with computers. And eventually, somehow, I ended up working at a bank.
Bank teller?
Yeah, I started as a teller, moved on to a lead teller, and then was managing. I was there for 5 years.
Damn, for at the bank?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
I was there for 5
Any
years.
like crazy stories you had there?
Uh, Plenty of crazy stuff that happened. I mean, they got robbed one time, but I wasn't there. So then I looked like the suspect.
Exactly. They think you set it up or something.
Yeah. So that happens. I show up and I'm like, damn, what's going on here? And because there's cops everywhere and the
Yeah.
whole place is closed down. And apparently they had gotten robbed and super random. I wish I was there just to see like
How much they
it
take?
goes down. I don't think they took much. They probably took around 2,000 just
Oh,
because
damn.
of how they have it set up to where you can't take a lot.
Mm.
But if they do somehow take a lot, it's usually because a teller did something wrong.
Oh,
So-
like they didn't
so they could
go
get
through
in
the
trouble.
process or
Yeah.
So,
Maybe
like,
they got too much money on there. Like if you have too much money, you get in trouble. You're not supposed to have too much money. If you get over a certain limit, you got to take that money, put it in the vault,
damn.
stuff like that. So
Well, thanks for telling us. Nah, play.
yeah, I'm like, I need to watch what I say when
You watch Two Guns?
No,
Have
I
you-
haven't watched it.
It's with Denzel and
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, and like they take like a lot of money. They do. I mean, it's obviously planned though, but like
Yeah, it's
they
crazy.
took that was a good movie for like bank robbing and stuff.
Yeah, and one time I guess we had a like a fake. I guess if they're trying to rob you, you got to give them like some bills, but they have a GPS on it.
Yeah.
And one time I accidentally, so as soon as you pick it up, it automatically calls the cops if you don't put it back down within like 15 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot. I picked it up and put it like, I moved it from where I had
Like a
it.
beacon, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Damn.
next thing I know, the whole branch is like surrounded by cops, and I don't know why, and it's because of me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they come fast. Like,
Really?
Really fast. And most of the time, from
They
what
come
I saw-
faster than we call them, right?
Yeah, oh,
If
yeah,
we call
they
them, they
definitely-
take freaking
Yes,
hours to come.
Yeah. Just like 2 days ago, we had called the cops on something at the shop, and they showed up like 4 hours later.
But a bang, they're quick to it.
Oh, yeah. They were there like in less than 10 minutes, 5 minutes, they were there.
So you were there for 5 years. Like,
5 years.
what else happened there? Anything? Why'd you leave?
I left because I finally got, I guess, tired of it. I wanted to do something else. It just wasn't for me. I mean, it was cool that I was kind of starting to move up, but it just wasn't.
What do you
I
mean,
wasn't
like
feeling it.
management or something?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
already
okay.
managing, so I wasn't really dealing with customers as much, which is cool
Yeah.
at the time. But I guess eventually I kind of just got tired of it and just wanted to do my own thing. So I ended up just quitting.
Like
Random.
cold turkey, or like it
Pretty
took
much.
you a while?
That's how I used to kind of quit my jobs, just randomly.
He said just you just call in like, yeah, I'm not coming in today forever.
Yeah. Like, I don't, if people have been following me for a while, they might remember when I text my boss and told him I'm not coming no more. And I text him in the morning. That was it.
But that was the bank.
It's because I worked,
Oh.
once I left there, I actually ended up at a couple different banks, but I quit all of them just like that. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember like quitting just like that
Yeah.
on one. Another one, they were calling me because they thought maybe I got robbed or something. Because they're supposed to check because you work with money, so someone could follow you, do something to you, so they gotta know that you're fine. So you gotta call in and let them know.
Yeah.
I didn't call. I didn't do anything. I just stayed
Damn.
home, went to sleep, and then they were calling, and then they were like, "If you don't answer, we're calling the cops." And then I was like, "Man, I quit my
That's a
job. That's why I'm not answering."
That's crazy. So they'll call the cops if you don't answer.
That's what they were doing because I guess they
Well-
think that someone could follow you home and,
Oh,
or something like that because they want to like follow you to the branch or maybe take you
Yeah.
hostage
Yeah.
to get money. So you got to be careful.
was it a small bank or like a big bank?
I worked for Wells Fargo. I
Oh, it was
worked
for work. Okay.
Capital One. I worked for a few different big banks.
Okay.
So, but the process is usually the same for all of them because they're federal, I guess, regulated by federal law or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool, but eventually you kind of get tired if it's not for you.
Yeah. Did you ever like conceal carry?
Not back then.
Oh.
Not back then.
As a banker, you wouldn't conceal carry?
Not back then.
Damn, you're dangerous, dude. You're playing with fire.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember
Really?
some of the managers they did, but I didn't. I would just be like whatever. And I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
pray
most of the
before I go to
time-
work.
I feel like most of them were kind of scared. I mean, I lived literally right there, and I was just like, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, but yeah. Later on, maybe.
Yeah. So you carry now though.
Oh yeah.
You have to know. I feel like it's a need.
So much stuff that happens now that I feel like you have to, and even then though, I feel like just coming from where I come from, I guess no matter what, sometimes it's like even if you do, if you're not fully ready, then it might not help.
Yeah.
But it's always better
Yep.
to at least have something. So we try.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I actually like. I'm really into that, even though sometimes I feel like it's a waste of money because I just get a bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like them. Yeah.
You build them and stuff like that.
I don't build them. I just like to buy them, and then I noticed that some of them be going up in value.
Oh,
I
okay.
like that.
You know which one? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll tell you right now.
I like I guess buying them, seeing that they're worth more, because if anything, if I ever need money or anything like that, I could just get rid of them, and they're worth more than when I bought them back then.
They sometimes hold their value too.
Yeah,
And what guns went up a lot? The Dracos.
for real.
Yeah, but pre-COVID they were like 650
Yeah.
for the minis
Yeah.
and the micros, and then now I don't think you get them for like 1,000.
Dang.
Yeah, so they were like 650,
Yeah, I remember they
the
were
blemish
around there.
ones or something like that,
Yeah.
and then now they're like 11, 12,
Dang.
and I was like, damn, they literally doubled
Yeah.
after COVID, and I was like, so I had a gold micro Draco.
Yeah.
It was all gold. And then I sold it. I bought it for like, shout out to Ralph, but I bought it for like almost, I think it was dirt cheap, but shout out to Ralph again. He's my buddy. It was like 1,800.
Yeah.
I sold it for almost 4.
Damn. Yeah.
Because they went up so much.
Yeah.
They went up so much. And
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Everything's been going up like crazy. I mean, even when I started rapping, raps were way cheaper back then than they are now.
Yeah.
And every single year they go up. Like our materials keep going up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So even prices, I mean, they've over doubled since when I started. So things are, I feel like everything has been going up like crazy. Sucks.
Anything else about like your roots and your background that you want to share with us?
I guess once I finished working at the bank, I finally like was over it.
Wait, so I
ended
know
up-
you were in the slab game. When did the slab game came? Like while you were in the bank?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I used
And
to
you
be-
weren't having a gun then?
No.
Damn, dude.
I'm lucky nothing ever
Okay,
happened.
Swanger's poking and he
Yeah.
still didn't carry. That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess once I saw things get serious, that's when I finally started, because it was crazy back then.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta watch what I but yeah, later on I guess I started at the bank, and I was doing the whole slab thing, fixing up my car, going from one car to another, and then I guess right when I quit the bank is also when I kind of started to kind of chill with the slab stuff.
Yeah.
But then I ended up buying a Maserati, and then I was like, man, I gotta put swangers on this.
On a Maserati.
We just have to.
What year was it?
This was somewhere
What
around
model?
2000. Oh, I think that was, I don't remember what year the car was, but it happened around 2012-ish or 2011. I don't remember. And so that's when I got the first one. And then, so back then you wouldn't really see that. So when we put swangers on that, it was crazy. There was only one guy that had it. And when I saw that, I was like, man, I need to get that. So
Yeah.
he had a red one, and I ended up doing a blue one.
Mm,
So it was pretty cool.
nice.
And then later on, I kind of chilled out with all the slab stuff, but I still like to ride the wheels on that car for a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that is once I quit the bank, I ended up starting my own thing. Like
Which was what?
my homeboy was making shirts at his house, and then I was like, hey man, I looked at the machine. I was like, what is this for? And he was like, I can make shirts with this. And I was like, for real? So if I give you a design, you can make it? Like any design I want? He was like, yeah. And then he starts printing for me random shirts, and I start selling them on Instagram and Facebook, stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's how we kind of started. I was like, you know what, man, let's open up our own shop. So then we get together in business, and we start doing shirts and stuff like that.
Like a printing shop?
Yeah.
Was it like what kind of print was it? Like
So in the beginning, it was just the regular press on. Which is
vinyl?
the vinyl.
Okay.
So later on, we ended up getting a screen printing machine. so it was better quality. But I guess over time that also wasn't making enough money. I feel like there was too much competition,
But the machines were expensive
and
too,
the
right?
machines were like, we ended up spending like 15, 20 grand, and then
Damn.
we and we were all there broke. So to make that money
You're like, but
back,
I got a badass machine
yeah,
though.
like man, and the process to even make like a shirt is so long in those machines. I was like, man, this is not worth it.
So it's too much time,
Too
too
much
much
time.
money,
Yeah, so
not enough
comparing,
profit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd be thinking like now to back then, comparing how long it took me for example, like if I wanted to make $100 with that machine, it would take me a like 2 day process, maybe longer, just to make a few shirts. While now when I wrap a car, I could wrap, let's say a hood wrap in like 30 minutes and make more than that.
Yeah.
So it was way different. That's why eventually we shift from t-shirts to cars.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's plenty of money on shirts. It just wasn't working for us.
Exactly.
So, because I've seen big companies with shirts and stuff.
Talk about. Let's go back to the slab game. Um, how many years were you in it?
It goes back to around 2000.
We're gonna get into the rap, guys, but we're gonna know a little bit more about him. Then we're going to the business because
Yeah, there's a few people that know a lot about this, but then there's a lot of people
they
that
don't know exactly, especially like your new followers, right?
Yeah.
Like the new, yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I guess a lot of the new following came within the past year, but all this that we're talking about was like way back.
Yeah.
And there's certain people that know about it. And back in like 2009 ish, 2008, 2009 maybe. That's when I first started to get into cars, wanted to fix up mine. And I was working at Circuit City back then. So that's where they sold like I guess the radios and all that,
Yeah, yeah.
speakers. So I was trying to start putting stuff like that on my car.
What car? What kind of car was it besides
Back
the
then,
Maserati?
it was the Grand Marquis. So
Oh damn.
that was like my first car. And then I had put like 10 TVs in there or something.
Damn.
It's because back then everybody wanted TVs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
yeah.
wanted to have the most TVs.
Did it have pop trunk and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So I had stuck like giant TV, like a giant one on the top, I remember, or three. I don't remember how many. And then eventually the top of the car was like wanting to fall because it was so damn heavy.
Like the liner?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So
You had to screw into the roof or something.
yeah. So they started screwing into they put pieces of wood, so it could hold the big old TV.
Oh my god, I was just
whatever.
playing, but damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Which reminds me that back then, when people wanted to do it themselves, sometimes they would screw into the roof and then the thing would come out through the top. So then when it
It
rained,
started leaking. They should have put just silicone or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn.
But yeah, I started putting TVs, pop trunks, the neon signs, the wheels,
Candy paint?
candy. So back then, no wraps. It was just candy.
Yeah.
Everything. So we had everything on the cars. The fifth wheel with the 6 on the actual trunk itself.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so much. Like
What are those belts called? They go on the trunk. They're like those chrome.
Oh yeah, they call them belts and buckles. And
Okay.
usually they make them in chrome. They make it to the size of your trunk.
That'll never go away though.
No.
Like that's a Houston
Yeah,
thing for sure.
That's been around for a while, and it's still going strong. I don't be participating much, but I be seeing
Be reminiscing down the freeway like this, like,
Yeah.
oh damn.
getting cut off by the. And it was crazy because back then when I would ride on them, I would drive crazy too.
You would?
Yeah,
Damn. How old were you like back then when you were doing that?
I was so I had just I got out of high school around 2007. So yeah, I was like early 20s, yeah, around there.
Hey, so I have a question. So back then I heard that there were like fake swangers and then like the real deals. Was that a thing back then? Like if you had like fake ones or not?
There was a time when I think people were trying to make fake ones, but that's like a touchy subject because because the originals came out back then, and then I feel like I gotta watch my words, but
Go ahead.
the originals came out, and then another brand came out, but now the new brand took over, and that's the brand. Because you
Oh.
can't really, if you go with the originals, they eventually run out, and they were way smaller and stuff like that.
They're 17s or something?
No, they
15s?
were like 15s.
Oh.
And so there was never such thing. I don't think there was such thing as 17s or anything bigger than that. And they poked way less.
Yeah.
But it really started there. So those back then used to cost more than the new ones.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they're going for now, or if they're even still around, because now all I see is the new ones. But even now, I guess the new ones are costing crazy amounts of money.
What is the other brand called besides the original one?
I don't want to say that.
Oh, okay. I really don't know that brand though. But for
Yeah.
real.
So the ones I had on my car were Texan Wire wheels. So I'm really cool with the owner of that brand, and so he pretty much took over.
Mm.
He took over and made the wheel better in certain ways, but it's a hard wheel to perfect, I guess, because one of the problems you run into is that when you're driving, it could start clacking. It's a heavy wheel, so I guess some people back then were kind of not liking that the new wheel is a new wheel because they're comparing it to the old one, which was a different one. But I mean, they're both, I feel like, their own thing. They still represent the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did he make them poke out more or what?
Oh yeah, so that's one of the things that he did that was pretty cool. That he started making them bigger, like different sizes. So that
22s
means
and
that
stuff,
now he could sell to anybody, like any car. You want it bigger, you want it smaller, he has it for you. He started making them poke like crazy. So at first, people were mad because they were poking so much, but then eventually,
Yeah.
eventually people that were mad were still getting into like eventually they would buy them, and then that's how it was in the Slab game. At first, they were like, "Oh, yours are too long. Why are you doing that?" But then eventually, these same people ended up buying the long ones. Then it got longer and longer and longer. I don't even know where they're at right now.
So what's bigger, the super pokers or the gorilla pokers?
From what I remember, the Gorillas were bigger, and then they had the. So then they started naming them by G. So G10, G12, G14.
Damn.
I don't even know what they're at. I think the last ones I saw were like G24s. So 24 inch. So that they're going by inches. So G20 is 20 inches, 24 is 24 inches, and then who knows where they're at right now.
Yeah.
But I be seeing them. They're like.
They're hard to balance too. I heard they're hard to balance.
Yeah.
And like they're hard to put on like the nuts.
Yeah. Supposedly it's doable to balance them, but I don't think so. I don't believe that you can balance them, but they say they can. Who knows? I don't see how you can balance a wheel that comes out and is so heavy to the outside.
Yeah.
But I still put it on my car. I put it on the Maserati, like the I think it had G15s, G12s and 15s. And those things were so heavy, it messed up my suspension on that car.
Yeah.
And that was expensive to fix.
The gas mileage went down too.
Oh, yeah. The gas mileage on those
But
cars.
that don't matter though. That doesn't matter. It can have messed up suspension, gas guzzler. Hey, you're poking. It doesn't matter, right?
And back then so recently I was thinking how back then I would spend my last dollar to make sure I had swingers. Like I just had to have the swing. I would go all the way out just to make sure that I'm riding swings.
How far out did you go? Like
it was
ramen noodles or what? You were eating
all the way. Like I ain't had crap to eat.
And you had Vogues on them too, right?
Yeah, I had Vogues.
Okay.
So I started with, I think my swingers were 20s. Yeah, if I remember, they were 20-inch. I started with the regular ones and the Supers and the Gorillas, then the G12s, and then the G15s were the last ones I got. But I went through a bunch of sets, and yeah, I used to like even go to the ATM and overdraft my account just to make sure that I could put those wheels on today.
Damn.
Because I didn't want to wait till my next paycheck.
That's crazy, bro. You were deep into
Yeah.
it. For real. Any crews you're in? Like any crew you're affiliated back then?
I wasn't. I
There
used
was
to
a
do my own
bunch.
thing. Yeah, there used to be a lot, but I kind of I always try to stay away from that because I felt like the name that I would put on my window, I guess, will reflect whatever they're doing. So I didn't want to be responsible for whatever they're doing because I don't even know what they do when I'm not seeing or there. And I didn't want to end up in trouble for something someone else did.
Yeah.
And same thing with me. Like if I drove crazy, I didn't want it to come back to someone else. So I just rode by myself or with my friends.
Yeah.
So it was a few of us too that we were all spending all our money on those wheels.
How
and
much?
fixing our cars.
Do you ever like sit there and count how much? Like, damn, I spent this much money on this car. Because before you answer, I had a truck that I regret like building.
Yeah.
Just because it was so much money. Like, I promise, I built this truck. I bought the truck when I was like 17, 18, my first truck ever.
Yeah.
And I put so much money into it, like the turbo kit, drop, and I mean that's not a lot, but you know, like the engine and fixing it up and breaking and refixing it, breaking and
Yeah.
and it's like it's a constant cycle.
Yeah, it never stops.
I feel like people and they're like, well, hold on to the truck. Like my dad used to be like, hold on to the truck because that was your first truck. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this truck. It's just a machine. It just drives, you know. Like, and eventually I ended up selling it.
Yeah.
But I still took a mad loss.
Yeah.
So like,
That's how it is.
what did you?
You never get that money back, and it never stops. Like, you do something, something else breaks. You fix that, add something else breaks. It never, like, I could never ride 100% good because something was always happening. Like, it was crazy, a non-stop cycle. And I'm really happy that I'm kind of away from it, even though I work on cars. But sometimes, honestly, I'm pretty honest with people. I tell them, like, hey, if your money is not right, maybe hold off on that because cars have been here forever and they're going to continue to be here. So by the time your money is right, there's probably something better and you can use it on that. Because back then, man, I used to go all out,
Yeah.
like all the way. And it was just never ending.
You ever see how much you spent on like?
I've never done the math, but I know it's pretty crazy. Like, and I don't even know how I would come up with this, like, because I wasn't even making much. Somehow I would go crazy because I want it so bad.
He's been like, how do I spend 40,000 a year on my car, but I only make 20?
Yeah. That's how it was. It made no sense.
It didn't. Damn, that's crazy.
And then what's even crazier is that once I finally give up on the car and I sell it for way lower.
Really?
Like, I think I sold one of my cars for like 4,000 or 3,500, I think, after putting all this money into it. Like,
damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people might remember that car. It was a candy red Grand Marquis that we had chopped the roof off of that car. So we wanted to make it convertible. So we took homeboy took a chainsaw or something and just took off the roof and took it off. And then I was like, man, so now I can't drive it when it rains. Now I can't be out in the sun. So we were trying to make a convertible top for it, but that didn't work.
They did so much back then just to be different.
Yeah, everybody was
like everything. Everything was like, when you pull up to Sunday meet, it was like, man, what he got on? Or like, what he do different? Like, what's next? Or like, damn, that's badass or something, you know?
And I used to go to those. Slab Sundays?
Yeah, that was a thing. But like, people would try to outdo so much. Like, anything, bro. Like, I remember I seen a truck pull up with no nothing. Like, they chopped the whole top. I was like, damn, that's different. It looks clean.
Yeah.
But man, I bet it took a lot of time to do that.
Yeah. And then what sucked about my car is that I guess you're not supposed to cut the roof off of a car because then you mess up the frame.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
So you got to reinforce the frame if you're going to cut the top because it's all together. But even though we tried to reinforce it, I kind of don't think that worked. Eventually the car's going to want to like bend like in half.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going up like little ramps or parking lots, it's going to put a lot of pressure into it. But yeah, it was crazy that we did that. Like, I know my parents were probably like, what the hell is wrong with this fool? Just cut the roof off.
I'm a fabricator, ma. Forgive me. So is that why they put the middle, like that middle bar in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think it's for that, and it's probably also if you roll over. But I feel like it works both ways. It probably holds the car together, but it also helps if it rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was great. It was a good idea, but it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. Let's get into some Q&A real quick. Would you rather prefer to eat if like you're maybe driving home, maybe not your last meal, but you're driving home like late, you know, you want to eat something. Would you pick Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Whataburger.
Whataburger? You haven't tried In-N-Out?
I didn't even think about it.
I know, right? I was like, damn, we were trying to press the heartbeat.
I'm gonna be straight up, man. I heard so much about In-N-Out. And I've tried it 3 times. Tried it in Cali. Tried it, I think, here in San Antonio. I forgot where. Yeah. But tried it a few times and I never liked it. Like the fries felt like they were like. What I said out loud was this tastes like cardboard.
Yeah.
But it had no taste to me. And I mean, maybe the burger was cool, but it wasn't. I don't know. I like Whataburger.
What about You're a coffee guy or in like energy drink?
I don't drink neither one too much, but I do prefer coffee. Energy drinks I stay away from because they make my heart go crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
What coffee? Like Dutch Bros, Starbucks?
Whatever. I mean, I
Yeah,
even
man.
get McDonald's coffee. It's
Oh, they got some
straight
good coffee,
vanilla.
man. They sleep.
Yeah. I go through there, get that, and I mean, if we got Starbucks money, we're gonna get Starbucks. But
Yeah,
if
yeah,
anything, I just get McDonald's.
yeah. They have good coffee though, for
Yeah,
real.
hell yeah.
Let's see, your favorite music artist right now.
That's a hard one. I feel like I've been listening to the most random stuff and whatever. Like sometimes mostly what I listen to is just the radio, whatever they're playing.
Yeah.
So I don't really stick to anything much. Lately, I've been going on YouTube, and I guess we'll go off based on the last thing that I was listening to, and I was listening to Tupac. 'Cause that's what I grew up listening to.
Oh, okay.
So when I was little, my older brother used to jam that like crazy. I had no choice but to listen. Eventually, I liked it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's what I was jamming to.
What about back then, like when you were slabbing?
Back then, I would listen to nothing but Houston stuff.
Yeah,
If it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
from Houston, I wasn't listening to it.
Hell yeah.
And I remember I used to piss off people because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
'Cause, certain people were like, "Man, that's all you listen to." You
But
don't
that was the
listen to
thing,
something."
though.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
I had the whole. So remember how I said that I had videos like screens on my car, so I had the whole music video playing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'd be jamming to the
damn.
Houston
Yeah, yeah,
music,
yeah.
the video playing.
Your shit used to
Slow.
swivel too, huh? I bet.
It'll be slowed down, slowed and chopped, so the video be moving slow.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
had the whole thing.
Damn, he boy had the whole setup.
Yeah.
Your favorite food?
Favorite food has got to be Chinese or seafood. So I'm always down for beef and broccoli with some fried rice, even though I'm not
Panda?
supposed to eat. Nah, I
Or
don't.
where?
I eat panda a lot because it's next to my shop, but I don't consider that Chinese.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I feel like that is like American Chinese maybe.
Yeah.
But one of the favorite spots is in the southeast where my old shop used to be at. It's called 888 or something like that.
Okay.
I like that one. There's a few other random ones I'd be going to. China Cottage on Westheimer, but yeah, I like Chinese and I also like seafood, like your what's it called, crab legs and all that. I like all
crawfish.
that.
So this is your season then, right now, because it's crawfish season.
Well, I don't eat crawfish.
What?
Yeah.
You just said you're a seafood guy.
I like everything except that. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
What the hell?
I gotta go with shrimp, lobster, everything else except the crawfish. I don't know why.
Damn,
I just
bro.
can't, man. I've ate it a few times, but it's just not like I'm not gonna go and get it. Maybe if it's there, I might. Like if my people having some,
Yeah.
I might. But overall,
I know this guy who gets like who eats shrimp
yeah.
and like his esophagus will get like
Damn.
it like start how you say it?
Allergy?
No. I don't know if it's an allergy or something. Maybe he's just like I don't know, born different. But
Yeah.
he's his esophagus would like widen up and he can't breathe. I mean, it'll start closing. I'm sorry, it start
Oh,
closing.
yeah.
And like it would be like hard for him to breathe.
Huh.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wonder why.
Why you don't like crawfish?
It's just a smell.
The smell.
I can't.
But like, have you tried crawfish that like
Maybe I tried the wrong one.
No. Like, have you had like crawfish from like BB's or like one of those Cajun places that season the
No.
crap out of their?
I haven't
Oh,
tried those. Maybe I gotta try that.
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try.
So you
'Cause,
tried crafish like without nothing, like just crawfish.
Tried it. I mean, they seasoned it. It was spicy as hell. Like I don't really eat too much spicy, but that was crazy.
What's your favorite drink? You're like a tequila guy, whiskey guy,
I don't drink alcohol.
at all? Beer?
I'm different. No, I don't drink.
Why?
Hardly ever. But if I might take a drink here and there once in a while, like once in a year type or whatever, I usually prefer just like something like that, like a liquor, no beer. I've only tasted beer one time, I think, and
I'm the same way, except on the podcast. I don't really drink beer.
Yeah.
To me, it tastes nasty.
yeah, I didn't like it.
I'll drink tequila.
Yeah,
I'll drink bourbon,
yeah,
but it's like very, very like seldom I'll drink it.
yeah,
On the podcast, I'll take a shot or whatever.
Yeah.
To get loosey goosey, but
yeah.
nothing really crazy.
Yeah, I don't drink too much. I don't even like half the time when I do drink, it's usually like either friends are there or
Yep.
someone's there, so they kind of choose the drink, and I just like take it. But
He takes
as
it.
long
goes-
as it's not beer,
He takes
as long as it's not beer, then I might give it a try.
Yeah.
It all depends, but not too much. Yeah.
Got you. What about your favorite designer? We know you got the red bottoms on, man.
That's probably the only thing. I don't spend too much on clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I do like shoes. I mean, but they also don't last me because I don't take care of them. I just got these recently.
Yeah.
But once I wear them a few times, I end up using them for work, and then they don't last after that.
So they get beat up and stuff. Damn.
So I think the last pair I had of these, I was using it to wrap cars, and then the spiky things on the front,
Yeah, yeah.
they were like falling off because I kept like leaning down, working on the cars on the bottom.
Damn.
Yeah, and
It's
I
all
didn't
good,
know how
though.
to clean them. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean,
They're just shoes. You
yeah,
know.
I try not to like. I feel like there's no point in buying something if you're not gonna really wear it.
Yeah.
I can't buy a shoe and let it sit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too much in it. I mean, clothes, pretty simple. I'm not too.
You're not
crazy
really
with all that.
materialistic, so.
Yeah, not too much when it comes to clothes. I mean, I like the cars and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I guess as I get older, I spend less on stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about other things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like, from the slab and then how your business and
Yeah, we
that's
went
awesome.
from that to the business, and now I'm thinking about what else can we do. So, yeah.
Nice. What's your dream car?
My dream car. I was just talking about that yesterday when we were working at the shop. So we've been working late nights, and my dream car has always been a convertible Rolls Royce.
Really?
Like if I had good money, then that's what the car would be. Either that or maybe a Ferrari. But I just heard that I guess you can't wrap your Ferrari, so now I'm like, oh, I don't know
Why?
about that. They don't want you to wrap or switch the cars. I guess they don't want you to customize it because they want to keep that same integrity of luxury that they, I guess, portray. And so if you do it, you could get sued, even if it's your car.
Didn't that place in Atlanta wrap their Ferrari?
See,
What is it called? That place with the like they did the camo.
Atlanta Customs,
Yep.
custom wrap,
Yep.
something like that. Yeah, yeah, they're pretty known for the Dolph wrap.
Yeah.
They started that and
camo
it
one?
went crazy. So stuff like that is cool because they start a trend, which then goes all over the place, all over the world, and then it sends business to everyone else. So
Yeah.
then we ended up with business because of what they started over there. And nowadays it's cool because sometimes I'll start something and then I see that it starts going everywhere too. So other shops are getting money based on what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, did they wrap a Ferrari or was that? Oh wait, I think that was a McLaren.
I haven't seen a Ferrari. The ones that come to mind are like the C8 and maybe a McLaren.
Yeah, I think it was a McLaren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it was a Ferrari, but yeah, they don't let you.
Yeah. What about
Which we just did one. I just turned it in last night or this morning actually.
what?
Ferrari.
Wrapped?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So we're about to find out if we're getting sued.
If it's
or not.
true.
Yeah. So if I receive a letter,
What color was it that you did it?
we did gloss metallic, midnight purple. So it looks crazy.
Yeah.
It looks nice, but it was a very difficult car. But we're about to find out if you can or can't wrap a car.
Yeah,
a
for
Ferrari.
sure.
So if we get that letter, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna put it on a frame and put it on the shop. Instead of getting scared, that's what we're gonna do.
For real. I mean, it's already
It's a
done,
trophy.
right?
Yeah, it's a trophy. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, for sure. Did the customer like it?
Yeah, the customer was happy, and I mean, I'm glad he was because that's a difficult car, very difficult, not an easy one.
Damn. What is Do you watch TV a lot? Like, do you watch Netflix series and stuff like that, or not really?
Not so much. Randomly, I do.
What's your
then I
latest
used to
one?
More. I've watched Breaking Bad over and over so many times. Like,
Yeah.
that's just one of the ones that I never got tired of. So I watched that over and over. So that's the one. What's it called? Better Call Saul. So they're all together, I guess. All those I've watched those plenty of times, and then sometimes randomly watch other shows on there. So I watched a few on there.
Nice. Well, if you had a red pill or a blue pill, red fixes all your mistakes, blue gets you $1 million. What would you choose?
I'd probably go with blue. I mean, the mistakes are made already, so we might as well move forward.
Yeah.
And I could easily use $1 million and do a lot right now.
Nice.
So that's the goal is where we're going towards to try to make bigger moves.
Yeah, exactly. 100K in cash or 5 Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Why?
some people know this, and I don't really talk about it, but it's a good subject. I used since in the beginning I mentioned that I like to work with computers. One of the things we
Like
got
software?
into, yeah, software, building, repairing, all that.
Coding?
Not that so much. And then I guess one of the things I got into was crypto back then,
What year?
and we started messing with it around 2013 ish
Oh, damn. Prime.
or 13, 14. Everything was so cheap. So when we started, we were mining because we didn't really have. I mean, we were so new that we didn't even trust it. So it's like you want to buy, but you don't. So we started buying when Ethereum was like, I think it was like less than $1 or something. I don't know how
Damn,
much it
bro.
was, but and then eventually, what I remember even more is when Ethereum was like $7.
Fuck.
So and we were like, man, what if this goes to the price of Bitcoin? But at the same time, we
So
didn't trust it.
you were mining Bitcoin or you were mining Ethereum?
Both,
Oh, okay.
but mainly Ethereum back then. But as time went by, it was so hard to mine. I guess not hard, but you got less
Yeah.
because the algorithm got harder, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we were mining Ethereum. We were mining Ethereum Classic, which back then was still going good. And then it was a few different coins we were mining. So I had a bunch of Bitcoin, a bunch of Ethereum, and then because I was scared, I sold all of it.
How much did you have?
So I sold it. I mean, right now it would be worth crazy. Back
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it wasn't.
But I'm saying like you had like 1 ETH, 2 ETH, or like how much did you?
Ethereum, we had so much, like almost 1,000. Like because back then it wouldn't cost crap to get 1,000. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was so cheap. So we had so much there, and I would just make it go up like $2, and I would sell.
Oh,
Because
so you'd play with it.
yeah. So then people would always be like, "Oh, it's gonna crash! It's gonna crash!" So then I get scared, and I would sell.
And then it would crash.
And then no, it would.
Dip.
I would sell when it would crash because I'm scared, and then it would go up. So I'm over
Damn.
opposite. I wasn't making much. It was crazy, but I could go back to my transactions and I could see all the stuff I used to have back then on those old wallets. And man,
What wallet did you use back then?
back then we had like you could write them down. You go on the website and you just get a wallet. You write down your code and all that. Or I used to have some in what's it called? Coinbase was like the main one, like the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was others like where you would write it down like a paper wallet. That's what
Yeah.
they called it. Or and then I also have I still have it. It's a USB.
Ledger?
Yeah, I had the Ledger,
I have a ledger
and
too.
I used to have a bunch. So I stopped crypto because I was like, man, this is gonna crash. That's all they would say back then. And then I end up like seeing that a few months later. So we left the computer mining still.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few months later, we come back and that Bitcoin and all these coins are so high, not where they are now, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were way higher. And we were like, damn. So,
If only we could have kept it. Exactly.
So, man,
Right now, you'd probably be a millionaire.
oh yeah, man, I almost hit a million. So going forward to like what, 2016, then I start taking it serious. So now I'm like, man, I'm going all in. I got rid of the Maserati that I had because I crashed it.
Yeah.
It totaled. They gave me 5,000. I took 5,000, bought 5 Bitcoin because Bitcoin was 1,000 back then. I bought 5 of them, and then I started putting as much money as I could. Eventually, this money ended up like I guess the coins were all going up at the same time. So I ended up starting with maybe 25 total. I ended up hitting like 700,000.
Fuck.
Because in 2017, like the whole crypto just went.
Everything went
Yeah.
crazy. Parabolic.
But my biggest mistake was to not sell. Like, I was like, I want a million. So you start getting greedy. That's the bad thing. Because when I first started crypto, all I wanted was 10 grand. When I got 10 grand, I wanted 15. When I got 15, I wanted 20, and so on and so on. So then I was like, man, I ended up at 700,000, and I still didn't sell because I wanted a million now.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest mistakes. Sometimes you gotta walk away. And I learned that from another crypto guy, that he actually made crazy money.
I learned that myself.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah,
For real. I had a big, huge, same
Yeah.
story.
hell yeah,
Up so much and then didn't sell. And
Yeah.
right now I'm holding.
Yeah.
Just holding.
yeah.
I'm holding the bag. That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm doing. You
Yeah,
know?
so I was just watching it go down, man. 700, 600, 500. I'm like, it gotta come back.
Yeah.
And then it just kept going down and down and down. So then eventually I was like, man, I guess my bills started adding up and all this. So I ended up having to sell. I still made good profit, but nowhere near what it could have been.
Yeah.
And then I guess recently in the last, what, 2 years, I got back in. So I've been buying here and there, just kind of holding and waiting to see what happens.
How much? You know that all the coins follow Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, so
Like if
most
Bitcoin
of
goes
them have
up.
always been, I guess, linked to Bitcoin in some way.
Yeah.
So depending on what Bitcoin does, it either goes down or up. But the bad thing is that if Bitcoin goes up too fast, then they still drop. If Bitcoin goes down, they drop. So no matter what, they drop.
Yeah.
But the money that I made was on the small coins, not
Altcoins.
on Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember buying one at 1 cent, and that thing went to almost 30 cents. So that's when I almost made $1 million.
30x.
Yeah, it
Damn.
was crazy, and that was like within 2 days.
What coin was that?
It was called TRX Tron.
Tron. Yeah.
So
It's an fuck Ethereum.
yeah, I think it's ERC20
Yeah.
or so. I got that coin, and it was crazy is that my friend. So I trusted him because he already was big time in crypto.
Yeah.
Like he's probably 30, 50 million in there.
Yeah.
And then he said he was like, "How's your crypto doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm stuck at 100,000. And 100,000 is good, but
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, I'm
yeah.
stuck on that." And then he's like, "Hold on, let me see." He takes I give him my laptop where I did the trading, and he's like, "Let me see." And then he sells all my stuff. He like sells the whole thing all at once. I
What'd
see
he
that
buy?
coin drop, and then he bought TRX. He
Mm.
bought TRX. He's like, "Keep this, and I'll tell you when to sell." I was like, "Cool." So then a few days later, it's about to be New Year, and I'm over here celebrating New Year, and in the beginning of the night, I start noticing how it's going up and up and up, and then it's going up 100 grand. So now I'm at 200, 300, 400. I wake up the next day and I'm sitting at like 600,000.
Damn.
And then he texts me, "Hey, get ready to sell." And I'm like, "All
The
right."
top is
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So he's like,
That's a good friend.
"Yeah, if
For
you don't
real.
wanna, if you don't wanna sell all of it," he said, "at least sell 25%, another 25% in a few
DCA.
hours, and then the 50. But sell. Do not hold. Do not get feelings for these coins.
Fuck those
You're only
coins.
making them to get money."
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't care about them." He's like, "I could care less what these coins do." He's like, "I'm just here to make money," and he has some money.
That's a good friend because like not a lot of people put you on game like that, especially if he studies like charts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like because there's people that do that on a
Yeah.
daily. They'll study like
yeah.
the charts and they'll check like the hour movement, 24-hour movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they get deep into it.
Oh
and
yeah, he definitely did. And I mean, he must have been in a good mood that week because not always would he do that, but he did help a lot. Like he'd
Yeah.
be pushing me way back when I was spending on the swangers and all that.
Damn, back
He
then.
was over here telling me to buy Bitcoin. And I was like, "What is that, man? I'm not buying that." And then so then he'll tell me again like, "Buy Bitcoin, buy
Yeah.
one." He's like, "Buy one," and I was like, "No." And then I was like, "How much is it?" So I remember he told me $100 one time. And then later on, I was like, "How much is it today?" And then he told me 150 or something. I was like, "Why would I buy it for 150 when last time you told me it was 100? I feel like I'm getting scammed." Now.
Yeah, yeah,
And then he was like, "No, I swear, just buy some and hold it.
yeah,
Just leave it alone." I was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. I'm making money somewhere else." And I
Yeah.
don't wanna,
You wish
it
you
was
would have
great.
bought
I
more.
wish I would have listened and really stuck to it like he did.
So what do you think crypto is at now?
I haven't really been paying attention to it. I've noticed that mine have been kind of going up a little bit recently.
Yeah,
My plan this year was to take some of some of the social media money and put it into crypto and just stack some and wait and
Yeah.
just give it some time and see what happens.
yeah. I was pretty much like dollar cost averaging for the past 2 years.
Yeah,
But man, I think last year it went crazy down. This year it's like it's stagnant right now.
yeah,
But that's how the cycle is, you know.
yeah.
Like,
It's been
It runs
crazy.
in cycles and shit. If you put your feelings into the money,
Yeah,
bro, you're gonna lose all the time.
yeah,
All the time.
Yeah.
It taught me a lot though.
Yeah.
Like it taught me crypto, like buying crypto has taught me a lot.
yeah,
How to control my feelings, how to like do all that, not to get wrapped up in like, the media or like not
Yeah.
to get wrapped up like into the economy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I've learned a lot, but also too like I've lost a lot. I mean, I haven't lost because I haven't sold.
yeah. Yes.
So it's like I haven't lost nothing.
Yeah.
But I haven't gained a lot either.
Yeah.
So
So my portfolio right now is sitting at a huge loss from when I bought, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and but I'm not selling it. I'm just leaving it there. I mean, it's either we're gonna make money or we're not gonna make it. I'm gonna let it go to zero, or
that's exactly how I feel. We're on the
because
same
at this
page.
point I'm just like whatever, man. What happens happens. But I'm not gonna sell it right now. There's no point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. But I do want to buy some more because the way I see it and the way the guy that used to be cool with me that helped me before, he used to basically say, if they're talking about it on the news, then you better get ready to sell. That's when he starts moving his money to like the places like exchanges to get ready to dump because now the hype is here. When the hype is not here, he's buying.
Yeah, they say sell the news by the hype
Yeah.
or something like that. There's a saying to it.
But that's another thing that does happen too. So whenever they drop like an update
Yeah.
or some type of news that they give,
The SEC
usually
and
everyone
stuff.
thinks that it's gonna go crazy. Kind of like when what's that dog coin? I forgot what
Yeah,
it's called.
Dogecoin.
Yeah, when that one was going up. Oh, when they had like some type of thing that they were gonna release or Elon Musk was gonna talk.
Yeah, Elon. Oh, on the
And then it went
Saturday
crazy
Night
down.
Live. Yeah, it went crazy down.
So everyone's thinking this, but the big guys are ready to sell.
So yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's the crazy part.
Yep.
And I learned that lesson in the very beginning.
Oh my god.
Like I put all my money, like I didn't even,
Into Doge?
no,
Oh.
that was back then. It was a coin called Ant Shares, way back. And then when I bought it,
Sounds
they were
like
like,
ancestors,
oh.
like the old coin.
Yeah, they were gonna do so Ant Shares turned into Neocoin, Neo, which is a little bit more known. And then I put all my money, like I put my money that I was supposed to use to pay my car note.
Damn.
So I put it in there, and I'm like, man, I'm about to make some quick money, and I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna get out, pay my car, and have money left.
Yeah.
And then I put it in there. They do the news, and as soon as the news started coming out, that thing's like, I'm like, oh man, big red
Yep.
candles nonstop, and I'm like, man.
Yep.
So now I had
Sell
no
the
money
news.
for my car note.
Damn, that's crazy. And you thought you were gonna double or
Yeah,
triple
I was
up?
over here happy, like, man, we about to make like 10 grand or something.
Yeah.
Hell no, I didn't even have to pay my car note now. I had to borrow money.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we had some crazy stuff happen, man. But that teaches us to be able to make it
Yeah.
later on. Which later on is when I made the big ones.
Mm.
And so right now I'm just chilling, letting it see what it does, and
Yeah.
maybe buy some more. Hopefully this year.
Nice. All right, so let's get into the rap, the business of. So it's J Rap the Specialist, right? That's your IG.
So it's Jay the Rap Specialist.
Jay the Rap
and
Specialist.
The shop is actually Rap Leaders. Jay will be myself. Rap Leaders, the shop.
Why'd you separate it? If you don't mind me asking.
I separated because in the beginning I started as Jay the Rap Specialist, but then I felt like it was kind of weird to name it Jay the Rap Specialist, to name a shop Jay. So I wanted to separate it and just have its own thing, and kind of just like, I don't know, because I felt like it was weird to call it that. Like someone says, I work at Jay the Rat Specialist.
Yeah.
So when we start growing, it's not just me now, and I feel like it would be weird like that. So I just wanted it to name its own thing, Rap Leaders.
Yeah.
See how that went.
So tell us, like, how did you start? Where did you start? How much did you start with? We want to know like the roots
Yeah.
and of the business.
So going back to like after I left the bank, I guess I started screen printing with my friend. Eventually, we saw that they were selling wraps at the place where we would buy vinyl for shirts, and we wanted to get into it. I had gotten my car wrapped at a place, but it was so hard to find someone that wrapped cars back then.
Yeah.
I saw it on YouTube. That's how I found out about it. And then I went from place to place trying to find someone that raps, and everyone would be like, "No, what the hell?" Or like, "What is that?" And I finally found one shop. One shop told me $15,000 to get the blue chrome wrap I want.
Damn.
That I saw on YouTube. And I was like, "Damn, that's crazy."
What's the rap? What's the place name?
Damn, I forgot his name. They're still around though, but I forgot the name of the shop. But he's been around from back then. But yeah, he told me 15 grand, which back then 15 grand was crazy for a rap. Right now, that's what we're charging almost. But back then it was just a crazy number. But I just said I'm gonna go save some money so I could come back and get this wrap because that's how bad I want it.
Yeah.
And when I'm walking out the building, I see another friend, and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" Because I also used to buy stuff. Also, I used to buy wheels from him, so the swangers.
Mhm.
And he was like, "What are you doing here, man?" And I was like, "I'm trying to wrap my car, but this fool just told me 15 grand. So I guess I gotta save some more money." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Man, I got you. I got someone that could do it for 5." And I was
Damn.
like, "For real?" I was like, "If they could do it for 5, we
That's
could go right now."
yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." And
That's
so
like three
then,
times cheaper.
yeah.
Damn.
So we drive across town. I'm following him. Brings me to this shop, and they're like, "Yeah, that's cool. Like we did it. Like right there. Left my car, and we got it done." So that's like where my rap actually came from, because a lot of people used to think that I did it. Later on, I guess when I started getting into raps, I was taking advantage that my car was wrapped, so
Mhm.
I was using it to promote.
Oh.
Because everyone always asks like, who wrapped the car? Who wrapped the car?
Yeah.
And it ended up being that I couldn't even tell people who did my car because the guys that did it were doing it on the side, like a side job. So they were like, "Don't tell nobody we did your car."
Oh
So I
damn.
guess that's part of the reason why the
You
price
could
was
have brought
also
them so
better.
much business
Oh yeah,
too.
man, we could have brought a lot of business, and but they were also kind of like telling me not to, and then it was kind of weird because it was like a middleman type thing because this guy brought me to them.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was a mess, but all I know is I paid like 5-ish or 45 to 5, and then so it wasn't too bad. Then I started using that to promote and ended up moving into the car wrap thing, and I noticed that there was more money in car wraps than there was when I was making shirts, because the shirt thing just didn't work for us.
Yeah, yeah. You
And
mentioned
then,
it.
so we were making just a little bit of extra money, not crazy money, because we were still pricing it bad. We didn't even know what we were doing. I was still trying to learn. So in the beginning, it was hard. So the first few years, I was in business with my friend, and we were trying our best. We were trying to do as much as we can, but it wasn't working. Let's say 3 years ago. So in 2020 or 2019, end of 2019, I ended up like splitting ways with my friend. He continued doing his thing, and I did my thing. I ended up getting a job at Dell, like just repairing computers for a little bit,
You
maybe
went
like
back to computers.
I went back to computers. I worked there for like 2 months or something. I quit on the spot again.
Oh
Like
my
I'm back to my
god.
old ways.
Let me find out you sent another text message.
I didn't even tell him.
Oh damn.
So
Even worse.
so I was like, look, if one person hits me up for a rap, I'm quitting. So I'm just waiting on that first customer because now I'm like, I'm gonna rap at home
Yeah.
because now we don't have a shop because we closed our old shop down. First customer that calls and asks me for a rap, I'm quitting on the spot. So the day's about to finish. I think we got off like at 6 or 5, and we're like 30 minutes in, like 30 minutes from the time that it closes. And then I get a message that says, "Hey, I'm ready for the rap. I'm ready for to drop you the deposit." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm about to quit the job right now."
Damn.
So
What'd you charge?
back then, I think I was already charging better because now the skills were up there. So I think I was charging that time around 7,000 because he wanted Chrome. Chrome is the hardest and the most expensive. So I think I told him 7,000. So he said, "I got your deposit," and then I told I guess I told the guys that were working with me, I was like, "Hey, today's my last day. So I'm not gonna see y'all no more after today." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, today's my last day." They're like, "Man, you playing?" And then next day, like, I don't show up. And now I even thought about it though.
But you didn't tell like the manager.
Oh, I didn't tell the manager
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The manager wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So I just told my coworkers like, "Hey, man, tomorrow I'm not coming." But then tomorrow comes and I'm still being a little iffy. Like maybe I should go to work. Got ready. I drove to the place and I couldn't find parking. I was like, you know what? I'm going home, man.
He couldn't find parking, so he left.
Yeah, I was
Damn.
like, I'm not gonna park so far away because it's a big building there. Like it was a big parking lot. There was a lot of people that worked there, a bunch of desks, just repairing computers. I didn't find close enough parking, so I went back home, and I just started setting up everything for my new business.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, so I just walked out of my job, so I gotta do something now. So I started cleaning the garage and like setting it up, getting lights and stuff. And then, like, I went, I guess once the guy was like, okay, come through for the money, I went, got it. And that was the first one,
Damn.
like, at home.
And how much was it again?
That was 7,000. But, I mean, the material for chrome is around 4,000,
Damn.
30,000 to 4.
For material?
Yeah, for material. It's
Damn.
for the good stuff. Cause
Yeah.
Then they got, like, the cheaper ones but I don't use them. But, yeah. So it wasn't, the profit margin is still crazy. So it was good. So I was like, okay, if I get this wrap and I get maybe one more, then I could pay my bills for this month.
Oh.
So why would I be at the job for like
5 days,
Yeah,
a week,
5 days, all month when I could do this here at home and
Two cars and
probably
boom.
more. Yeah, and I'm good. But then I started to do smaller jobs, which add up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was cool, man. I was working from the house, whatever time I wanted.
So how long did it take to develop the skill? Because I mean, you're not just gonna get the wrap and put it on and boom.
Yeah.
Tell us like.
It's not that easy, but you also I kind of feel like you gotta be like artistic in a way. So I feel like it's not for everyone. Kind of like art or drawing. That's the simplest way I could put it. Everyone could try to draw, but some people just have it in them that they could draw, while others could try and try and try, and I feel like they'll never get there. But I feel like it's kind of similar to that when it comes to the raps. So I feel like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it the same as putting 10 on?
it's not the same, but I guess you could say it's similar because they're still vinyls. And one of the things I do now is teach people.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna get into the.
So it's pretty
the
cool
teaching too.
that you could start, and I feel like it takes most people around, if you're gonna learn, it's gonna take you around a year to be like good enough to where you could take most cars or most things that come in. So it takes a lot of practice, but you really, really gotta want it, and I feel like you also kind of gotta have it in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many years did it take for you to like get it down to?
When I first started, I feel like I wasn't taking it too serious.
Oh.
'Cause I was just doing all kinds of stuff at the same time. So I was decent, but I don't think I was as good. Where I learned the most was, or I tried my hardest, was when I started rapping by myself at home. Like before that, I guess the good thing though is that I would always watch videos to try to learn new tricks and stuff like that. So I would still try to learn new stuff, but I feel like it took so long to fully get it because I wasn't fully there. We would even hire other people to help us do the stuff, stuff like that. So in the beginning, when I didn't know what I was doing, I would rather hire someone to do it to make sure that the customer got good quality. Because I'm not going to try it and mess it up.
Yeah. So would it take you like 2 years, 4 years?
I would say it probably took me like 2 years. 2 years to be pretty good. But even then, I still feel like I learned.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you still feel like you learned today?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So like talk about that, like the process of and you started so you started the business when? What year?
By myself in 2020.
Okay.
So right when everything was all COVID going crazy, I'm over here about to open up a shop.
Damn.
Risking it all.